We have the only full set that you can see. So this is really a miracle, and it's phenomenal, and it is incredible. If we started down here on the left, started talking about these, it's what you call the Megillah. The Megillah is Aramaic for 5 books. And the 5 books are Song of Songs, Ecclesiastes, Lamentations, Ruth, and Esther. Now, Esther always gets her own book as well, and it's right here. Where's my help? I'm going to have that book held up for you and show to you, because it's one of my favorite books because of the story that it has. Most of you know and familiar with the story of Esther, but I'll bet there's certain things you don't know. This is the book of Esther. One of the rules in writing a scroll is that all the letters have to be the same size. And as you look at this scroll, you'll see an entire column of oversized giant letters. So you have to ask yourself, what is that, and why is that an exception? Well, you remember the story of Esther. You know, the king is having a party at the castle, and he asks one of his armor bearers to go and get the queen and tell her to put her crown on and come and show her beauty. Now, who's the queen? Vashti. Queen Vashti. Well, you see, there's something that's not recorded in the translations that we have today, but it is insinuated in the Hebrew translation. And it would read this way: tell the queen to put her crown on only and come and show her beauty. So you know what that implies. Vashti says, nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm more modest than that. I'm not going to do that. All these drunk men out in front of me. No, 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 no. And the king says, well, then you're out of here because you won't do what I say. So she was gone. And then there was somebody who just happened to be in the right place at the right time for such a time as this, and that was Esther. So he took a likeness to Esther, and he married her, made her the new queen, for she was in the right place. And then Haman, who was the king's right-hand man, came to the king and said, we got to do something about all these Jews. They're multiplying. They're going to grow up. They're going to outnumber us. They're going to outvote us. They're going to own the country, overthrow us. The king says, well, what do we do? And Haman says, I want to hang them. The king says, okay. Now remember, you're talking about millions of people here. And the king says, okay. But as Haman left the room, Esther says, please don't let him harm my people. And the king says, okay. But what do we do? The king says, and Esther says, well, he wanted to hang my people. Why don't we hang him? And the king says, that's a good idea. Now, of course, I'm simplifying it a whole lot. It took a year for that edict to work out, for them to change their mind. And so they did. So instead of hanging all the Jews, being one of the first Holocausts, you might say, they hung Haman and his 10 sons. And this is the list of them. Haman and his 10 sons. Their names are in your Bible too. They're all listed there. This is just in Hebrew. The question is, why did they write them so large? The Jews think to remind us, don't mess with God's people. Or moms, don't name your kids these names.